In this content, we will talk about method of grouting. There is a teapot here. Let's take a look at a spout. There are several ways to make a spout. One is to knit it directly. The most used method is grouting. How to grout this spout? Let's take a look. There is a membrane here. This one is filled. Let's take a look at this spout taken out. This spout looks like this. What about this spout? It sticks to the body of this pot. Attach it to the body of this pot. This is how it is pasted. Then hollow out this months later. It works like this. Okay, then let's put it back. Now we try to do grouting. Here is all the model of the spout. We pour the clay in. This is the first time. We should take a notice of clay. If the mud is too thick, then the plaster will absorb water more slowly. If this mud is relatively thin, then this plaster absorbs water quickly. We are now doing the first time. We observe whether the water absorption state of the plaster is fast or slow. We can observe it. It slowly absorbs the moisture now. Then this one thinks. The mud thinks with it. Let's take a look. It is thick enough. If it is not enough, we will continue to add more clay. Well, you see it's already thick. Let's keep adding. If the mud is relatively thin, we may add clay 3 to 4 times. If the mud is too thick, we may add it 2 or 3 times. Great. We wait for it and put it aside. Here is the one we have grouted. We can see how thick it is. When we grout, it will generally be absorbed on the plaster, absorbed on the edge of the plaster. We want to see its thickness. We scrape its side with a utility knife. At this time we can see this one is relatively thinner. It's easy to crack if it is too thin, so make it thicker. In the process of making it, we must pay attention to its thickness. We should take it slow. In other words, we shouldn't rush to pour the mud in. It doesn't pour it out immediately. We see that it's cannot thin anymore now. Let's pour out the mud then. Go back again. Good. Go back. We can shake a little. You can shake it. Let the mud fall naturally. We can place it like this. You can dry it in the sheet. We can put it over and dry it naturally. Then this time, we can immediately check its thickness with a knife, scraping. Let it dry a little bit. If we have no experience, we can also try to see if it is thick enough or not, and we can make a good and full preparation for the next step of study in this way. We can scratch and have a look. Okay, this is fine too. You can see, but we can't see clearly. Well, the thickness is more appropriate. We just wait for it and dry naturally. We can demold it in 2 or 3 hours. It can be demolded like this. Then we can use it to bind with the teapot and create our works. Okay, then students try to turn some molds. According to this method,